walking forward, and they're off. They jump away for the Coral Welsh National, a grade 3 handicap chase over 3 miles 5.5 furlongs. They cross a total of 18 fences rather than their usual 22, and they have a very long run before they leave the ground. And Giles Cross and Teaforthree are vying for the early advantage. Viking Blonde is racing up between the front pair. Our Island, Jadanley chasing the leading trio in front of Across the Bay. Then follows Monmo. Master Overseers working his way up towards the lead as they prepare to level off in the back straight. Paul Carberry has settled Monbeg Dude absolute last, and immediately in front of him are the likes of Soul, Triggerman and Universal Soldier. Sona Sasta's also in the last third as they prepare to leave the ground at fence number 1. Giles Cross is just in front of Viking Blonde and Teaforthree. Master Overseer landed 4th in front of Arroway, who's improved on the wide outside. Then follows Across the Bay in the sheepskin cheek pieces as they bypass the 2nd and 3rd fences in the back straight. So Giles Cross and Viking Blonde are the front two, from Teaforthree, who's just a length behind the 2 leaders. Then follows Our Island towards the inside of Across the Bay. Master Overseer in a yellow sleeve jacket and Arroway in dark green and yellow are out wide but pressing the leaders as they jump the 2nd fence. Our Island just a bit slow, and Michel Le Bon makes a jumping error under Ryan Marn in the last trio. So going towards the next in the back straight, this is fence number 3 approaching. Giles Cross, Viking Blonde from Teaforthree, Arroway on the wide outside, followed over by Across the Bay. Then Our Island, Master Overseer racing either side of Sona Sasta. Jadanley is next, then follows Incentivized, Universal Soldier as they jump the last in the back straight. Monbeg Dude is still absolute last, and Michel Le Bon 1 from the back with Triggerman and Sol in front of those, and Arbor Supreme, another one racing in the rear of the midfield. So they swing left-handed out of the back straight after jumping the first line of fences. Across the Bay in the light blue and brown colours has come through to head Giles Cross, Viking Blonde and Teaforthree, who are hunted up by Sona Sasta in a very pale blue jacket. Arroway racing out wide of Master Overseer the next two. Our Island in the improving Arbor Supreme towards the inside. Incentivized races in the mid-division in front of Sol and Monmome, and then comes Triggerman and Universal Soldier. Danley has dropped towards the rear of the field with Michel Le Bon for company, and still in last place is Monbeg Dude. Over the first in the home straight, and it's Giles Cross back in front on the inside of Viking Blonde, and then Across the Bay landing 3rd. Arbor Supreme is moving into a much more prominent position alongside Sona Sasta. Then comes Teaforthree towards the outside as they jump the ditch up the home straight, which they're all over safely. Jadanley and Monbeg Dude were the last 2 to clear it. The middle fence up the home straight. This is fence number 7. Giles Cross, Viking Blonde are the front 2. From Teaforthree on the outside, jumping past Across the Bay. They land 3rd and 4th. Incentivized with the red cap is moving closer. Now up into 5th place from Our Island in a dark sleeve jacket on the inside as they clear another plain fence, which they're all over safely. Master Overseer may be sulking because he's dropped towards the rear of the field. Only has Monbeg Dude behind as they clear fence number 9 in the Coral Welsh National, which they're all over safely. And Master Overseer is now absolute last, with Tom Scudamore beginning to push away more vigorously. So they've covered a circuit. Giles Cross and Viking Blonde have been pretty much inseparable on the first lap. They race past the judge with a circuit to go, less than a length in front of Across the Bay. Teaforthree remains close up towards the outside under AP McCoy. Then comes Our Island, Arbor Supreme, Sona Sasta. Triggerman has made some progress. Then comes Incentivized. Then Monmome as they go into the stable turn. Solly's behind those. Worse than midfield. Jadanley's trying to stage a rally on the inside of Universal Soldier. It's still very patiently ridden. Michel Le Bon. Monbeg Dude has overtaken 2 of his rivals. Arroway is 1 and Master Overseer is the other, and Harroway has now dropped back to be last of all and is struggling to keep in touch. So they're about to level off into the back straight and race on towards the 10th of their 18 fences, and it remains Giles Cross and Viking Blonde still disputing the running, marginally in front of Across the Bay. Teaforthree is only a length and a half off the lead, sharing fourth on the outside of Our Island as they rise at the 10th, where Viking Blonde makes a mistake. At the other end of the field, it's hard work for Universal Soldier, who's dropped to the rear. Arroway is struggling. Monbeg Dude is picking them off one by one as they bypass the next two fences on the far side. Giles Cross is just in front under Dennis O'Regan from Viking Blonde and Sam Twiston Davis. Triggerman has moved much closer along with Our Island. On their outside is Across the Bay. Then comes Teaforthree, who's racing in a close sixth as they jump the next in the back straight. Viking Blonde was slow once again and loses more ground on the leader Giles Cross. So they're heading towards the last two plain fences in the back straight. Giles Cross from Teaforthree in the dark blue and white stripes on the outside, landing second. Viking Blonde makes another mistake. There was a bad error from Michel Le Bon, well back in the field as the leaders go to the last on the far side. Giles Cross, Teaforthree, joined between runners by Triggerman under Richard Johnson. Then it's Our Island, Across the Bay, Viking Blonde, both struggling to hold their positions. Jadanley's making headway. Solly's making headway. Then comes Arbor Supreme, and behind those is Sona Sasta. Monmome is the latest one to become tailed off, and Haraway has been pulled up. So the leaders are leaving the back straight behind them, and three of them are breaking clear. Giles Cross, Triggerman and Teaforthree have got 6 lengths on the field. Across the Bay, Our Island, Arbor Supreme, who stays forever, are the next trio as they begin to make the swing for home in the Coral Welsh National. Giles Cross and Triggerman a length and a half in front of Teaforthree, who's the first of the leading trio to come off the bridle. Our Island is 8 lengths behind the leaders in fourth. Then comes Arbor Supreme. Now Monbeg Dude is making significant headway from a long way off the pace, and Paul Carberry and Monbeg Dude are picking up well in red and white. Final open ditch is 4 from home. In the centre, Triggerman. On the stand side, Teaforthree. They've both gone past Giles Cross. Monbeg Dude continues to close on the leaders. Then it's Our Island and Arbor Supreme, but Teaforthree has gone to the front. Going to the third from home, Teaforthree from Triggerman. Giles Cross has gone wrong and he's being pulled up. Monbeg Dude has been left in third, and he's only 5 lengths behind the front two, with Arbor Supreme also running on, and they've cleared away from Our Island. Incentivise is next. Over 2 out. Teaforthree was just in front, but Paul Carberry's bringing Monbeg Dude virtually alongside. Triggerman is only a length behind, and they're clear of Arbor Supreme. One to jump in the Coral Welsh National, and Monbeg Dude makes a mistake at the last, but he lands alongside Teaforthree. Triggerman is held in third. 100 yards to go in the Welsh National. Monbeg Dude has gone from last to first. Teaforthree is digging deep on the inside, but Monbeg Dude under Paul Carberry has just lasted home to win the Coral Welsh National. Teaforthree was second. Back in third was Triggerman. Fourth was Arbor Supreme. Then behind those was Our Island and Incentivise. Across the Bay, Monmome and Sol will be the only other three to finish. The rest were pulled up.